Hey everyone, it's Alex with Lover Fighter Writer, and in this video I'm going to walk you through one of the easiest ways that you can make money as a marketer or a copywriter using AI tools such as ClosersCopy, which is an AI writer, and Artspace, which is an AI image generation software. So if you've been on my channel before, you're probably pretty familiar with ClosersCopy. It's one of my favorite AI writers and I use it a lot. I've got a lot of tutorials related to it. And Artspace, which is what I'm on right now, is a new AI tool for generating images, which is created by Nico Engler, who is the same guy who made ClosersCopy. So I've got Artspace right here, and I've got ClosersCopy right here. And what I'm going to be demonstrating today is just kind of an easy way to generate images and copy for social media posts, which you can use to generate leads and get clients. And then you can use that as a service to help your clients get results so that you can make some money from them in an ongoing month-to-month way. And the reason that I'm choosing this right now is, there's lots of different things that you can do. You can write blog posts and create images for those blog posts with these two tools. You can also write ad copy and produce ad images, so on and so forth. So you can really, anything that requires images and writing, you can use these two tools for. But the reason that I'm going with kind of social media content is that most businesses need this, because some businesses don't have a blog or don't have a website. Some businesses don't have an ad budget or don't want to run ads. But most businesses, I would say 80, 90%, maybe even more of businesses are either already on at least one social media platform, or if they're not, then they probably should be. So if you can, if you get online in a Facebook group or on LinkedIn, or even just sending out cold emails to people or anything like that, and you can kind of demonstrate some of the work that you're doing, which is in the form of producing social media posts for yourself. And then you can get into a conversation with them, show them what you can do for them to produce social media content, and then you can do that fairly quickly using this tool. Now, I'm very familiar with ClosersCopy. I'm still getting the hang of Artspace, although it's simpler than ClosersCopy, but I'm just not quite taking to it the same way that I did with ClosersCopy, probably because I'm more of a writer than a visual person. But anyways, let's just get right into it. I will be releasing a full Artspace tutorial in the future, and if you want to learn more about how to use ClosersCopy, I've got plenty of ClosersCopy tutorials on my channel. It's a little bit too complex a tool. It's got many different tools built into it, so it would be hard to do a full tutorial for that, but I have a bunch of different tutorials for each of the different parts of it. And today we're mostly going to be working with the frameworks in ClosersCopy and just the entire Artspace.ai tool. Even if you're a marketer that doesn't really focus on social media like me, or if you're a copywriter who doesn't have a reliable way of creating images, then you can use these tools to kind of work your way towards that. And just so you're aware, I will put the links. I have affiliate links for both Artspace and ClosersCopy, so I'll put those in the description of this video. But just so you're aware, ClosersCopy does have its own version of Artspace built into it. If you go to Creatives, you can generate images the same way that you do in Artspace. However, Artspace is a little bit faster, I think, and it also has more options. You can, let's see, oops, that's my stock images. So for example, with ClosersCopy's version, you can't upload a seed image, and there's a little bit less options in terms of they have ways that you can kind of use the AI to modify the image to customize it a little bit more. So Artspace is definitely the more powerful of the two and the more customizable of the two in terms of generating images. But if you just want to go with one for now, then I would probably recommend starting with ClosersCopy, because that way you can use the copywriting tools and you can use the creatives tool, the image generation tool. And then if you really like the creatives generation tool and you want to kind of be able to get more out of it and have more options, then you can switch over to, or you can get Artspace as well and get the best out of both tools. All right, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through what I did to get to where I'm at right now, and then I'm going to do a little bit more work on a social media post that I can use for my business to generate leads and to get people who might be interested in hiring me to talk to me. And then we'll go through a quick kind of like a full process of how to create a post for a potential client. So basically, I'm going to start over in ClosersCopy. I'm going to go back to the Frameworks tool here. And if you go to the library in the Frameworks tool and then you click right here, this will open up the Community Frameworks library. And there are just so many amazing community frameworks in here. I've added a lot in here, and there's tons of other creators and copywriters and content writers and marketers who have put a lot of really brilliant frameworks in here. And I mean, I always recommend that you make your own frameworks, and I have tutorials that show how to do that on my channel. But if you're just getting started, then you can just add a bunch of frameworks into your library by using this plus button right here. And then you can test them out and see if any of them kind of suit your voice. So if you just like search social media, for example, you see there's all these social media, there's all these different social media tools. And if you wanted like a specific thing like Facebook, you can see that these are all Facebook specific tools. But for now, I'm just going to use my own social media tools. So you can see it. This is my category, social media tools by Alex. So you can search for that in the library if you want to use these ones. And what I did is I went into, oops, I don't know what happened there. So I went into my LinkedIn post title generator, and this is called LinkedIn post title generator because that's mostly what I use it for, but obviously it doesn't have to be LinkedIn. So this is more like the post that I'm working on here would be something that I might post, and I might actually post it in a kind of like a business oriented Facebook group where there'd be lots of business owners who aren't necessarily marketers that might be interested in working with me. So I went in here first. And I just so since we're kind of in I mean, it depends on who you ask, but regardless of who you ask, we're either like we've been experiencing significant inflation for a while in the economy right now, or some people say that we're in a recession. It doesn't really matter which way you think, but so just the topic that I put in to generate some title ideas was the importance of being a digital marketer during a recession. And then these are some content that I generated. Okay, here they are. So this is, I generated a bunch of stuff above there, but so when I put in that prompt, it gave me all of these different titles here. And that was just like one iteration. And so actually I took the good ones that I liked and I moved them over here. And then the one that I ended up liking the most was How to Survive and Thrive During a Recession. So I took that title and I changed it a little bit. I changed it to 3 Best Marketing Strategies to Thrive During a Recession, because that's a nice, helpful Facebook group post where, you know, I can cover 3 strategies that work well, you know, even when you're on a budget. And I can cover those briefly in the content of the post. And then I can... so anyone who reads that is going to kind of know that I know what I'm talking about. And if they are looking for someone who can help them with that kind of thing, then they might reach out to me or they might comment on it asking for more information. And at that point, I can start a discussion with them. So then what I did is I came over to Artspace. And so in Artspace right now, there's actually 2 different image models that you can use. Right now I have Artspace HQ, which is the newer experimental one. There's also version 1.0, so I'm just going to leave it on there for now. And then here, every time that you generate an image, it gives you a seed. So this is the seed for this image. And if you like an image and you just want to modify it a little bit, then you can hit this button and it automatically pastes the seed in there. So if I hit this, then it's going to put the seed there. And then if I keep the seed, but I change the description a little bit, then it will make a similar image, but hopefully more in line with the changes that I made. And then you can also use a seed image, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, which is really cool because you can kind of base you can find an image that you like, and then you can create a unique, more interesting version of it using the AI. And then here you can choose your aspect ratio, and also set the width and height specifically. So I just went with 1:1 because I wanted to make a square image for Facebook. And then this enhancement here is if you're doing something that has people's faces in it, then sometimes they get messed up by the AI. And so if you try a couple times and the AI is not getting it right, then you can turn this on, and it helps sometimes. So that is just kind of like the basic tools over on the right side. And then on the left, you've got history, formulas, gallery. So the gallery is just like some examples, some actually really nice examples. These are all things that Artspace users have generated using the tool, and if you hover over them, then you can see what prompt they used. So that's really cool, and very helpful for some inspiration and for kind of seeing what works well for different kinds of images. And then community just goes to the Facebook group. Support is where you can, I think, like contact Nico and his team. And then history shows your recent generation. So you can see I actually ran this quite a few times until I got something that I liked. I like these ones too, and all of these are pretty neat, but none of them were quite what I was looking for. So I just kept going until I got to this one. And Artspace, right now it's just a lifetime deal and you get unlimited image generation, so that's not an issue. Anyways, I'm going to close that. And then formulas is how you can, so you can like write whatever you want in here, but it's a little bit easier, unless you want something very specific, to use the formulas. So what I did is I went to formulas, and no, that's not what I said. So I said this is basically what I had. And so I went to formulas and I put this in, and then I went through and I selected, so you can see it like under styles, there's a bunch of different styles you can choose from. Under artists, there's a bunch of different artists. I'm a big fan of the Calvin and Hobbes comics by Bill Watterson, so I chose his name. Different formats that you can choose. I went with advertising poster because that's kind of what I'm going for. Then you can choose a vibe and a perspective, and you can actually select multiple things from each of these lists. So if I wanted it to be a little bit anime as well, I could do that. And then if you click inspire, it'll sort of like randomize these. And then if you click enhance, it will add to the existing text. And then you just hit apply, or you can hit clear to clear everything. Or since I want to keep it the way it is, I'm just going to hit close. And so yeah, I just generated it a few times. I think most of these that I made were with version 1.0, and then I switched it to the experimental version, and I got this one, which I really like. I mean, it's not like a perfect image or anything, but it is very kind of unique looking, and it gets across the idea that like there's money falling off of this tree. So kind of like an organic approach to using marketing to earn money. So that's what I kind of went with. And so I downloaded this image. I just clicked download right here, and then I uploaded it to my ClosersCopy document. So now I've got my image, so I can kind of get a feel of what the Facebook post might look like. And I have my title, 3 Best Marketing Strategies to Thrive During a Recession. And then I switched to my LinkedIn social post generator. So I have I have more than 2. Technically I have 4, but I have 2 kind of tools that I use for writing kind of like informative social media posts. One is my LinkedIn post generator, and the other is my organic social post generator, which is primarily for Facebook, but I think it can work well for Instagram and stuff like that as well. So I'm just going to, I think I used this one for this. So I went into my organic social post generator, and the first thing that I put in, basically I went in, I think I used the LinkedIn one first, and I just put in 3 best marketing strategies to thrive during a recession. I'll just put this in here first. And so I just click there, and you can see it's going to take about 20 seconds to generate this. And so what it gave me is basically, these are so I'm going to move these down because below here, these are like the titles that I generated earlier. And when I did this, it gave me a big like here it is. So it gave me like a pretty big wall of text, but it did come with some good points. You do have to use your brain a little bit, and you might have to do a little bit of writing yourself or regenerate things a few times with the AI. But basically, it's giving me some really good ideas, and it's helping me get the copy out. It gave me a few ideas that I really liked, which is where these came from over here. To re-engage your existing customers, focus on creating content that people want to read, and learn how to leverage social media and other forms of marketing. So actually that third one is not great, so I'm going to kind of look through here again. Re-engage your customers, focus on creating content people want to read, and give your customers a reason to come back. That's a good one, so I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to replace this one. And so now we have a little bit of an intro here. And so we've got 3 best marketing strategies to thrive during a recession. Marketing doesn't have to be expensive. It can be as simple as focusing on 1 or 2 profitable strategies. And I'm going to say, let's take a look at 3 methods you can use to help your business thrive even during a recession. And then, so the first one is going to be re-engage your existing customers. And now I could write this myself, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to say, I'm just going to take this, the main kind of subheading, and I'm just going to hit write for me again. And it should, so this is like a very vague prompt, but this framework is designed to write kind of like marketing-based social media posts, so it should work fairly well. One of the biggest mistakes that businesses make is assuming that all of their customers are automatically happy, loyal, and ready to buy from them again. So I like that first part. I'm not so sure about the rest. Actually, I like up to here, so I'm going to take this. Oops. I'm going to take this, copy that, move it over here, and then I'm going to say the truth is many people won't become repeat customers unless you reach out and ask. And I'm just going to finish this one up myself, so I'll say something like, you can keep in touch with your customers by building an email list and sending regular updates, or by creating a community using free tools such as Facebook groups, Discord servers, or whatever other social platform that they're most likely to spend time on. So Facebook groups are a really popular option for this kind of thing. Discord servers are also very good for certain audiences. If you had like a more professional client base, then it might be a LinkedIn group. And basically, this is just kind of a brief breakdown of how to stay engaged with your customers. So now I'm going to move on to the next one. I would definitely put a little bit more thought into this before I actually post it, but I just want to get through this pretty quickly and not take up too much of your time. So now we've got focus on creating content that people want to read, so I'll copy that, I'll throw it into this area and say write for me. And while that's working, I'm going to come back over here to Artspace. And so let's say that I finished this post over here and it helped me get a client who is in the fitness space. Maybe they have a fitness e-commerce store where they sell exercise equipment or supplements or something like that. So they want to get more active on social media. They want to get customers. So there's a few different ways I could do that. And right now we're going to be working with, creating social media content. So I'm going to show a bit of a different method here with Artspace. So what I did is I went to Jump Story, which is a premium stock image website that I use. But you don't have to use a premium one. You can use a free one, such as like Unsplash or Pexels or Pixabay, I think is another one. There's a lot of if you're looking for free stock photos, just search like best free stock photo websites and you'll find a bunch. So what I did is I came here, I just put an exercise, and I downloaded this image of this woman doing a yoga pose in front of the water. I thought that was pretty nice. So then I can just come back here and I can upload a seed image, which I've got right here. All right, so now I've got my seed image. I think I'm going to leave all this the same as it is. And then I need to come over to formulas. And then I'll say a woman doing yoga. And maybe we'll say in outer space with stars all around, just so it's a little bit different. Style, I think I'll leave that on cyberpunk. That kind of works well. We'll use a different artist than Bill Watterson. Wonder what Salvador Dali has very stylized art, so that'd be interesting to see what it comes up with. For format, we'll say maybe we'll go with painting instead of advertising poster. For boosters, we can go with detailed instead of professional. And again, you can use more than one. Maybe we'll go with 4K resolution as well, so it'll be nice and highly detailed. Vibes, awesome sounds pretty good. Maybe we'll say gorgeous as well as awesome. And for perspectives, I'll probably want something like long shot would work well, although landscape probably would work as well. I think I'm just going to go with long shot and get rid of landscape. And so now I've filled that all out, and you can see this is the preview of my prompt. And so I'm just going to hit apply. And now I'm going to hit this button to generate, and this will just take like 10-20 seconds. Now I can come back here and see what it's written from here. So focus on creating content that people want to read. There are a lot of ways you can go about creating content. Some of them are more effective than others, so you need to decide which ones you're going to. All right. I think I want to go back to my library, and maybe I'll try my LinkedIn post generator instead, because I think that's not quite the right tool for the job here. So I'm just going to say focus on creating content that people want to read, and hit write for me. Come back here, and whoa, that's pretty crazy. That's I guess that's the Salvador Dali style for you. So I mean that's probably not an image that I would want to use for a client, but you can see how it's very unique, it's very eye-catching. So I'm gonna regenerate one more time on this prompt, and then if it looks really crazy again, I'll probably change the Salvador Dali part. Okay. Actually, so this one, none of these are written especially well, but this one has some good points. So basically what I would do here is I would look at the points beside the numbers, and so it's saying make your content relevant, make your content shareable, make sure it offers value, make sure it's unique, and write something inspiring and put yourself in your audience's shoes. So I would probably take like those 6 points and I would just kind of rework them into a section here, and then I would do the same thing with this section down here. And if I come back here, that's it's also very interesting looking. Okay, so I think that it's looking kind of crazy because I chose Salvador Dali, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I don't know a lot about a lot of artists. I think I only recognize the really famous names. Let's try Norman Rockwell. And just hit generate again. And so if we come back here, so yeah, I would use the same process to kind of generate content for these sections, and then I would just go over the entire thing and really soup it up with my own input. But let's come down here and we'll work on a post for the hypothetical client that we're working with right now. So as I said, it would be that's pretty cool. Let's try a different artist though again. The problem is I don't know who most of these people are, so I don't know like what their style is. I know who Michelangelo is. We'll try that. All right, so I'm going to go back to my post title generator, and I actually have a number of different tools that generate titles that I put more time into than this one, but I'm just going to use this one because it's specifically for social media. So let's see, the title could be, or the topic could be finding motivation to work out at home. So I put in the topic and I hit write for me. Won't take very long. That's pretty crazy looking. I'm going to switch to the other model and just try that again, see how that does. Why I love exercising in my pajamas. Write for me again there. Whoa, that looks not great. All right, so this is a good one. I don't know why there's dinosaurs on either side of this, but this is like a good title. So I'm just gonna put this here. I'll make it an H2 so it's a bit bigger. And then we'll go back to the library, go to my organic social post generator, and put in the title, and just hit write for me. Man, this is crazy images. Maybe I'll remove some of the doubles just in case that's throwing it off somehow. And we'll change this to Beatrix Potter. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll give it a shot. So this is actually pretty interesting. It's not bad, but it would need to be edited a little bit. I'm just going to put my cursor here and then hit the plus button to move it over there. And so I think I'd move this in here. When you're feeling tired and want to give up, ask yourself, what's holding me back? The answer to this question will help you find your motivation. Here are some examples of common answers to this question. I probably wouldn't use that many. I'm just going to delete these ones. So I wouldn't say they're valid reasons to procrastinate. Valid reasons to feel demotivated. Okay, I don't really like the ending, so I'm just going to delete this. The key is understanding your purpose for staying healthy and using that as a superpower to crush your barriers. All right, let's see what Artspace came up with over here. That's actually pretty cool. So let's just see if I put the seed in there, and then I come down here and put the face enhancement on, see if it makes it a little bit better. And I think what I would do with this is I would then I would kind of repeat this list with a solution for each problem. So I would say fearing failure, or no, I would say fear of failure becomes no matter how many times I fail, I can always try again. Fear of not knowing the next step becomes I'll do something small today and move forward tomorrow. Lacking time becomes I can find 15 minutes to get started today. The failure and the mistake thing is kind of similar, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. Fear of judgment becomes I won't let other people's opinions stop me. Fear of rejection becomes I know my worth and I don't care who disagrees. Overwhelm becomes the more active I am, the more I can handle. And then I would just need to create a little sign off here. So let's come back here and see how this is looking. So that's pretty good. I think that would be worth. I'd probably regenerate it another few times, but then I can just click on download over here and download it, and I can modify it in Photoshop if I want, add a logo, add a call to action, anything like that. and or I can just get rid of this seed and then tell it to try again from scratch. And then so since this is for I think I said like an e-commerce client who's selling exercise equipment, we could finish this with something like, if you need something tangible to help you focus, grab one of our sale items today and use it at least 3 times per week until you're ready to move to the next level. And then we put a link right here, and we could use that as a kind of an inspirational social media post with a link at the end. Or we could put the link in the comments, or we could say something like, message our page for your custom coupon. Or we could even say, message our page with your current fitness goal for your custom coupon. And that would get people like messaging the Facebook page. And then once they message the Facebook page with their goal, then you can either use a chat bot to respond, or you can manually respond and give them a coupon. And then that would, between getting inspired by the post and having a quick conversation with you and getting a custom coupon based on their goal, that would significantly increase the chance that they're actually going to buy something. Wow, that one's pretty cool. All right, so we've got a lot of interesting options here. Looks like her arm's kind of dislocated, but that's okay. So anyways, then I would download one of these. I can go into my history. I think my favorite one is probably like this. So I'd probably download that and maybe like add the client's logo up here somewhere, and maybe the name of their business as well. And then I would have, my content and my image ready, and I can just download that or put that in a Google document and share it with them. And then my client would have everything they'd need. And, I would have, so in this video, we're at about 40 minutes now. But in this video, first I explained how the tools worked. Then I kind of gave an overview of what I was doing with Artspace. And then I showed how I would finish writing my own post. Then I showed how to generate an image from a seed image with Artspace, and ran that through a number of times, like all these different times, while I was using ClosersCopy to work on this. And I wrote this social media post for the the imaginary client pretty quickly. And I probably only wrote about 40-50% of it myself. The rest of it came from ClosersCopy, and really all the inspiration came from ClosersCopy. So that's pretty quick. So basically, I think if I had just done the client post, for example, it would have probably only been like 20 minutes. And if I had done my post and the client post without all the explanation and everything, then it would have only taken like 25-30 minutes. So that's 25 or 30 minutes to generate, 25 to 30 minutes to generate 2 social media posts for 2 different businesses with 2 unique AI generated images. And and then I've got something I can post on my social media somewhere, and I've got something that I can potentially use for a client. So anyways, that is a rundown of how to make money with social media marketing using ClosersCopy and Artspace. Again, my affiliate links for these tools are down below. And if you're interested in learning how to create your own frameworks, which are also called templates in ClosersCopy, I'll include a link down below as well where you can check out my tutorial on how to do that. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you out. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.